Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. When you have listened to and read the story, if you liked it, please leave a meaningful comment with your thoughts and feelings about it. If you would like to have a story from a specific genre, say a mystery, a thriller, a horror, or science fiction story, whichever, please leave a comment and let me know the type of thing you would like. Thank you. Short Story 298, The Mysterious Letter. Intermediate. It was a rainy afternoon in London, and the usually bustling streets were unusually quiet. People hurried past with their umbrellas, and the sound of raindrops hitting the pavement created a soothing rhythm. In a small flat on Baker Street, Sarah sat by the window, sipping her tea and watching the world go by. Sarah was an aspiring writer. She had recently moved to London, hoping the city's rich history and vibrant culture would inspire her. But today she felt stuck. Her mind was blank, and the words just wouldn't come. As she gazed out of the window, her thoughts were interrupted by a knock on the door. Sarah opened it to find an elderly postman holding a letter. He handed it to her with a kind smile and said, "Good afternoon, miss. This letter seems to be quite old." Curious, Sarah took the letter and examined it. The envelope was yellowed with age and had an elegant handwritten address. The stamp was dated 1923. Sarah's heart raced with excitement as she carefully opened the envelope. Inside was a beautifully written letter in cursive script. It read, "Dear Evelyn, I hope this letter finds you well. It has been far too long since we last saw each other, and I regret not reaching out sooner. There is so much I need to tell you. Meet me at our favourite spot in Hyde Park tomorrow at noon. I'll be waiting by the old oak tree. Yours sincerely, James." Sarah was intrigued. Who were Evelyn and James? Why had this letter been lost for so many years? She decided to visit Hyde Park and see if she could find the old oak tree mentioned in the letter. The next day, armed with her notebook and umbrella, Sarah made her way to Hyde Park. The rain had stopped and the park was peaceful. She wandered around searching for the old oak tree. After a while she found it. The tree was massive, with branches stretching out like welcoming arms. Sarah sat down on a bench nearby and looked around, trying to imagine what it must have been like for James and Evelyn all those years ago. She took out her notebook and began to write. Words flowed effortlessly as she crafted a story around the mysterious letter. As she wrote, a voice interrupted her thoughts. "Excuse me, are you Sarah?" She looked up to see an elderly woman with a warm smile. "Yes, I am. How do you know my name?" Sarah asked, surprised. The woman chuckled. "My name is Evelyn. I've been coming to this park every day for years, hoping to find out what happened to James. I saw you reading the letter and thought you might know something." Sarah was stunned. "You're Evelyn. This letter belongs to you." She handed the letter to the woman, who read it with tears in her eyes. "Yes, this is from James," Evelyn said softly. "We were sweethearts, but we lost touch during the war. I always wondered what happened to him." Sarah felt a surge of compassion for Evelyn. "I'm a writer, and I'd love to hear your story. Maybe we can find out more about James together." Evelyn smiled through her tears. "I'd like that very much. Thank you, Sarah." Over the next few months, Sarah and Evelyn became close friends. They met regularly at Hyde Park, and Evelyn shared her memories of James and their time together. Sarah wrote down every detail, weaving their story into a beautiful narrative. Through their friendship, Sarah found the inspiration she had been searching for. Her writer's block was gone, replaced by deep appreciation for the power of stories and connections. In the end, Sarah published a novel based on James and Evelyn's love story. It became a bestseller, touching the hearts of readers everywhere. And every year on the anniversary of the letter's delivery, Sarah and Evelyn met at the old oak tree to celebrate their remarkable journey. Vocabulary notes: bustling, full of activity, lively. Example: it was a rainy afternoon in London, and the usually bustling streets were unusually quiet. Similar words: lively, busy, vibrant, active. Aspiring, desiring and working to achieve a particular goal. Example: Sarah was an aspiring writer. Similar words: hopeful, ambitious, striving, aspiring. Elegant, graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. Example: the envelope was yellowed with age and had an elegant handwritten address. Similar words: graceful, stylish, refined, sophisticated. Intrigued, interested and curious. Example: Sarah was intrigued. Who were Evelyn and James? Similar words: fascinated, interested, captivated, curious. Massive, very large and heavy. Example: the tree was massive, with branches stretching out like welcoming arms. Similar words: huge, enormous, gigantic, colossal. Compassion, sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. Example: Sarah felt a surge of compassion for Evelyn. Similar words: sympathy, empathy, kindness, concern. Weaving, forming something by interlacing elements. Example: Sarah wrote down every detail, weaving their story into a beautiful narrative. Similar words: interlacing, integrating, combining, blending. Remarkable, worthy of attention, striking. Example: and every year on the anniversary of the letter's delivery, Sarah and Evelyn met at the old oak tree to celebrate their remarkable journey. Similar words: extraordinary, notable, exceptional, impressive. Example sentences using similar words. Bustling, the lively market was filled with vendors and shoppers. The busy cafe was the perfect place for people watching. Aspiring, the hopeful musician practiced every day. The ambitious student worked hard to achieve her goals. Elegant, her graceful movements captivated everyone. The stylish decor added a touch of class to the room. Intrigued, the fascinated audience listened intently to the speaker. The curious child explored the garden. Massive, the huge building dominated the skyline. The gigantic statue was a popular tourist attraction. Compassion, her sympathy for the homeless led her to volunteer at the shelter. He showed great empathy for his friend's situation. Weaving, the artist was skilled at interlacing colors and patterns. She spent hours combining the threads to create a beautiful tapestry. Remarkable, the extraordinary achievement earned him a standing ovation. Her notable contributions to the project were recognized by everyone. Story written by Copilot AI. Image created by Designer AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.